Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us on 2K Sports. NBA action is coming up. With Greg Anthony and Hall of Famer Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. And we're pleased to have on the sidelines tonight, David Aldridge. So the Bronx will get the first possession.
Who's got Robinson?
Cunningham outside. From outside off the mark. Here's Jokic. No good with the triple.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look. And back in 2021, Nikola Jokic became the lowest drafted player to ever win the MVP. The 41st pick of the draft, the first second round pick to win the award.
Here's Jokic after the Bronx picking up a basket just moments ago. And Cunningham with the block. It's Robinson high post. Jacks up a three. Cunningham's shot is off. And from second rounder to MVP, Greg, Nikola Jokic. What a story.
Amazing, Kevin. And, you know, one thing the Joker did to transform his game, dedicate himself to his conditioning. Jokic is in much better shape now than when he first entered the league.
Now Robinson following the three-point attempt by Jokic. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break. Here's Wembanyama. He drains the quick shot.
And he makes the tough pass look easy. But he also, with that vision, always going to find the open man.
To the paint. Howard with the steal. Here's Garnett. And that one is off. The Bronx goes the other way with it. The drive by Russell. It's blocked. Pass to O'Neal. Howard with it. Plenty of space. Here's Garnett. Back to O'Neal. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Just 5 on the clock. Stolen by Robinson. Cunningham looking it over. Down low. And that's good. Robinson picking up the assists.
Oh, great pass from Robinson, scanning the floor there and spotting the open teammate.
From deep. Kept alive. Tries again. And he sinks the layup.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Here's Wembanyama. That one, no good.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Brooklyn trails by 4. Got a piece of it. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. Cunningham on the wing. And then Cunningham with the dunk.
And the challenge defensively is to find Cunningham at all three levels. He can beat you at the rim. He can beat you from 30 feet out and everything in between.
And the dunk by O'Neal.
Well, known for being a terrific passer, he shows you right there. Case in point.
McGrady outside.
Get him. What's the roll?
And there's the drive. And that one is hammered home.
And McGrady has an impressive vertical there, showing once again with how well he dunks the basketball.
And 1:01 left in the first quarter. The drive by Jokic.
Yeah, and Gilmore's presence alone is enough to have an impact at the defensive end. Just knowing he's in the neighborhood bothers opposing shooters.
From deep three-point range, and they'll get another chance. Inside, Russell. And Bill Russell slams it in.
A little artistry in the painted area, converting against the size.
Some guys just relish the challenge. Find a way, and he does.
Jokic with the bucket.
Plays a rugged game down low. Jokic's toughness adds character to the identity of this team. And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Here's Shaq. The layup off target. From deep. And that does it for the first quarter. The Bronx on top, up 6. And the second quarter will get underway just after this short break. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Bronx.
And they've set the tone from the jump. They're looking to pound it inside and score in the paint.
They've also done a really good job taking advantage of miscues. Their defense has been stifling in this one.
So timeout called here, the first for the Bronx. Brooklyn trails by 6. Pass to Unzel. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Well, Curry's ability to find an open teammate and put the ball exactly where it needs to be, such a pretty pass.
Here's Garnett, and it's slammed in by Garnett.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
The very definition of quality transition offense. If it can end at the cup, it's exactly where you want it.
They get it back. Leonard, no luck.
It's all about the defense right there. Without that level of activity, he probably scores it.
Garnett wide open. Hits it from three-point range. Garnett's got the lead up to 9 now for the Bronx.
Well, obviously nowadays a high percentage of Garnett's scoring comes off the jumper.
Curry outside. Good. A nice assist from Westbrook. Curry's got his first 3 points of the game.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Pass to Cousins. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. To the middle. And the rejection by Cousins.
7'6" wingspan in the house, and he says, get it out of here.
Second quarter, we're a little over a minute and a half in. Here's Unzel. Wallace covering. Pass to Westbrook. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Here's Cousins. Another shot. Yao with the block.
And you have to appreciate the reach of
of Ming. Superb at putting himself in a good position there to block the shot. And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
The Bronx shooting their first free throw of the contest. That free throw good from Hardaway. Some changes for Brooklyn. Here's Wallace. Here's Yao. Goes back up. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
And Ming is mammoth in terms of his size, exceptional at using it to snare those offensive rebounds.
Pass to Shaq. They need this. And Shaq with the slam.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg.
Come on, back it down, man.
Outside Hardaway. Here's Wallace. Great D that time from Howard. Brooklyn trails by 12. Here's Jokic. And Jokic throws it down.
And night in and night out, you can always count on Jokic to bring it. He is a special, special talent.
And it's Wallace slamming it down.
Well, he's such a good athlete for a center. It's how he's able to succeed despite being one of the smallest fives in the NBA.
.133 left in the first half of basketball.
Hey, yo, right here.
From deep three-point range, and Garnett misses. Brooklyn with the ball, down by 12. Pass to O'Neal. And the dunk by O'Neal.
Guys, I feel bad for the rim on that one. Shaq is one powerful dude.
Hardaway with it. He's picked up by O'Neal. Here's Garnett. Garnett with the block. Here's O'Neal. Oh, and the dunk by Shaq.
One of the most ferocious dunkers we've ever seen. Shaq capable of bringing down the entire basket.
And the dunk by Bol.
And that's how you answer. I'd say he just one-upped him. Pretty good one there.
These two guys really, really like going at each other, don't they?
Well, there's an unpredictability to his offensive game. He is always keeping the defense off balance.
Second chance shot. And they will get the basket here, folks, as they rule goaltending.
That's a very close call. I'm sure he thinks it's a clean block, but looks like it was on the way down.
Driving to the basket. And O'Neal gets it to go.
It's a tall challenge trying to contain Shaq, especially when he's operating close to the basket.
Hardaway with it. Guarded now by Shaq. Yao. And finished off by Yao.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam.
And you got to appreciate the skill set Ming brings to the table. Knows no one can match up against him and simply lofting these inside shots up and in. Yeah, the defender all over him.
Brooklyn shooting their second and third shots at the line right here. And he sinks the second.
At this point for Dwight Howard in his career, it's about being efficient. I mean, we know he can grab rebounds, play defense. He's just got to stay aggressive and efficient on the offensive end.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. And so it's Jokic with the ball. He brings it up for Brooklyn. 11-point game. Here's Howard, and the layup falls.
Boy, guys, the powerful physical frame of Dwight Howard, so problematic for a defense.
I see you.
Right side, Russell. Good, and the assist goes to Cunningham. Russell's got 7 points.
You simply must play better defense than that. This guy is too good from distance.
Well, you look at the counting numbers for Cade Cunningham. He fills up a stat sheet. The key for him moving forward, though, efficiency.
Cunningham outside. Russell, no good. Brooklyn trails by 12. Garnett with it. Robinson picks him up. They get it again. Howard. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That's on David Robinson.
Well, Dwight Howard's massive frame makes him a problem on the interior. Good job drawing contact.
And you talk about Cade's efficiency. Greg, on a struggling team, that can be a challenge.
Yeah, without great shooters around him, he's forced into taking tough shots or turnovers. And as the team improves, though, I think the percentages should come around.
I'll tell you, he'll take that all day, every day. I'm sure he was shocked to find himself that wide open.
Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. It's stolen by McGrady. Over a minute and a half into the third quarter of action. And the three ball is good. He's got 5.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end. Well, you're trying to answer the three, but you force up a shot that he would have been better off passing up.
And the timing just not there on that attempted alley-oop.
Just a missed connection, and it happens. I'm sure they will go back to it if given the opportunity.
Back to Shaq. Pass to Howard. And it's slammed in by Howard.
And how about O'Neal zipping passes over to his guys, using that height to find open teammates.
Now Cunningham. Here's McGrady. And the Bronx, another 3.
You cannot leave him alone like that, especially from long range.
And here's Shaq. Good, and the assist goes to Jokic. O'Neal's got 15 points.
And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
Some changes for Brooklyn. And now we're 3 minutes into the third quarter of play. Fires from deep. Rebound, Brooklyn. And they're staring at a sizable deficit.
And still within reach, though, that they don't have to rush things.
Pass to Unzell. The 3 ball. Robinson pulls it in. And it's the Bronx with the ball. 17 points was their biggest margin. Here's McGrady. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Impossible to stop the putback when he's got that kind of position.
Agreed, Greg. Let him get his hands on it inside and finish it off.
How about the activity level, the effort level? This team right now feeding off his energy.
And that's out of bounds. Brooklyn will retain possession. We've got 1:13 left in the third quarter. And that one's good. Cousins. The Bronx leading by 13. That's tipped. Now McGrady. 10 points for him. Cunningham right side. Back to McGrady. 5 to shoot. From outside the arc. Good for another field goal. Number 5 in the night. 5 for 10 shooting.
And how about getting a hand up on McGrady, especially when he's looking to shoot from the outside?
Cousins. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Out left to the wing. Back to Curry. That 3 off the mark. This one for 3. Offensive rebound. Here's Gilmore. Powered down with both hands.
Yeah, and sometimes he comes off as maybe being laid back, but Gilmore is a fierce competitor in the post, and it comes out in his rebounding more than anywhere else.
And so it's the Bronx